Hello, Maria here. I'm in an underwater base at the bottom of Lake Pend Oreille, Idaho. I'm hoping to find the piranha. When I find her, I'm handing her a cell phone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 8. My name is Dirk, and I am the writer of Post Fall. And with us once again is my best friend, Kathy.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about some spaceships, which is probably about time because, of course, we have to have some spaceships to go from the moon to the Earth and back. First, let me remind everybody that we're here because we're trying to sell the film rights to my post-fall 6-film franchise, which I typically describe as a tagline of Blade Runner meets the R-rated version of Narnia. For more information, please watch episode 1. And I am also going to be posting 10 pages per episode I upload to my postfall.com website. Link description. Please read along if you want to learn more about the story details. If this sounds interesting, please help me out by commenting, liking, and subscribing. I would love to get that YouTube tier unlocked where I can get the music rights access going. We're going to start off by mentioning Shamrock. Shamrock owns the first ship we're going to talk about. He owns Shenanigans.
And we saw this picture last week, right?
We saw Shamrock last week, yeah.
Okay.
Now, Shamrock gets killed right at the start of Post-Fall 1. I mean, the first 10 minutes or whatever. But Shamrock works for GQ, the mid-tier crime boss of Uptown on the moon. And GQ is sending Shamrock the next day to Earth to collect Genesis, the little girl from Earth, basically to kidnap her. Now, Pachuco, who I don't have any AI art for really yet, so here's just a reminder from my poster. Pachuco's the main male, unaltered, cyberpunk-type character on the moon. He kills Shamrock as a secondary job for a bounty he's collecting on, not knowing that he works for GQ. GQ ends up convincing Pachuco to go down with Shenanigans, the ship, to Earth to collect what he calls a young lady. He doesn't explain that the young lady is an 8-year-old girl. But the point is that Pachuco has to use Shamrock's ship Shenanigans to get down there. I don't describe the ships very detailed in the screenplays, much like the characters. I'm more concerned about the story than I am about the details of the ship. It really only says that it's a small 2-seater that carries some cargo. And because what Shamrock turned out looking kind of disheveled, I thought his ship would be kind of similar looking. This was the first image that I got back, but it was way too boxy. I just cannot see that one in particular flying through Earth atmosphere.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's not a good looking ship for atmosphere or any other reason, which I guess
aerodynamic.
Yeah,
It's not.
it is not. And then for some reason, when I try to improve upon that, it gave me this monstrosity.
That's like it looks like the Wookiees transport.
You're right. This is the Jawas.
Yeah.
There you go. We're getting a little old and losing our minds. So this does kind of look like that. It's useless to me. It kind of gives me an interesting idea that I have no use for in the movie, but a spaceship that would land on the ground and then
I just
track
start rolling.
around. Then I got one of these images for a potential Shenanigans ship, which is small. I could see 2 people sitting inside there.
And again, that looks like something from Star Wars.
Well, because generative AI takes so much prior imagery, it's going to have a lot of Star Wars-esque imagery coming back at me.
Okay.
And you're right, that does look too Star Wars for my taste. This one, what's your thoughts on that one?
It looks like Serenity almost.
Well,
not quite, but
I can see what you're saying though. Yeah, the nose area.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't terrible. for the screenplay, that the ship has a machine gun. It's actually a gauze machine gun. Do you know what a gauze gun is, Mama?
I want to say yes, but I cannot remember what it is.
I guess they really exist nowadays in heavy, large forms, but they basically propel bullets with magnetism. So Shenanigan as a ship. Oh, go ahead.
Magnetism?
Yeah, it uses magnetic fields to push the bullet out the barrel.
Okay.
So Shenanigan as a ship, while a small trading vessel, it has one of these gauze guns, which Pachuco ends up wirelessly connecting to and clears out the warehouse they end up rescuing Genesis from.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to have some sort of a nose where a concealed gauze gun could drop down. And I also need access to the cargo because it's kind of hidden right now. I don't really see where the cargo gets on and off this ship right now, though.
Yeah.
This was not an improvement. I have no real use for this one. And to be fair, I mentioned aerodynamics, but I am kind of intentionally leaving Shenanigan to be a little boxier because the second ship is called Excalibur. And for that name, I wanted the nose to be more pointed, so I had to keep them separated. So this would lean more toward Excalibur than Shenanigan. Any opinion on that one?
Looks like a bug. It's not horrible.
Yeah. I don't hate it. It kind of has a futuristic look to it, and it's interesting, and it could have that machine gun underneath the nose of it drop out.
Yeah.
The lack of obvious cargo ramp coming on and off because the bad guys in the warehouse.
Well, the back could open. You can't see it.
That's true. Yeah, it's not terrible. But again, I'm looking for kind of a little boxier, just not quite as boxy as that first one. Yeah, it's not useful to me at all, but I wanted to just show it to you because I thought it was an interesting looking spaceship. And I do have a large spaceship later on in book 1. This could become the larger one, but when I say larger one, Deliverance is supposed to carry like 50,000 passengers. It's supposed to be more of a stadium-size spaceship, which this could become. I thought I'd just show it to you briefly as we go by. And we get to what I ended up using as the current round 1 final Shenanigan image. It's a little rough looking, but I thought it met the points I needed for the machine gun could drop out of the nose. It's kind of disheveled like Shamrock is, and it's got the cargo door.
Yeah.
And I suppose for you might kind of see Firefly in there too and whatnot.
A little bit.
I ended up generating a video off of this image, so let's show you that real quick. Oh, I forgot. I had one interior shot made for that, which kind of worked. It gave it that small, cramped look that I was looking for.
Yeah. Oh.
And yeah, that's the best tape off I could get. I wanted it to leave the moon spaceport, but I got just so many strange things. This was the only one that kind of worked without falling completely apart.
I'm waiting for something like a joke. I thought it was like an explode or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was weird.
I'm trying to cut down on some of the senseless imagery because I got like 5 more like this that just get worse and worse. So
Yeah.
I do go into the atmosphere of Earth trying to show the ship and how it might come through atmosphere. This was the best shot I could get of Shenanigan with its door closed. And then I do get a video off of it, which is even worse than the other video.
Oh no. You melted your ship.
Yeah, again, about 6 or so video attempts to try to get an atmospheric entry, which to you and I doesn't sound that complex, but it does not give me very good choices, and this was the best one I can get. What is there lightning coming off it for? I don't really know.
And through the ship too.
Oh, there were some worse ones where like every seam just glowed like the ship was going to explode from the inside.
That's funny.
Now I get down to Idaho. This isn't quite post-fall surrounding the Walmart building within the screenplay, but it's not a terrible representation of the warehouse and Shenanigans coming in for a landing. One of the warehouse corners is collapsed and it just comes inside and lands inside the warehouse.
Oh.
It looks more like Spokane in the background. I got an image of Shenanigans landed inside the warehouse, which kind of works decently. Again, you can see the ramp. The workers could come in there and get the goods, and the gauze gun could come out the nose there.
Uh-huh.
And from this image, I tried to get a landing video. I knew.
Had wheels and now it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want wheels. It is boxier than I would probably want the final Shenanigans.
Yeah.
It looks like. But overall, it gave me the idea of a small trading vessel coming into a post-apocalyptic warehouse and trying to trade some goods.
Mm-hmm.
So it's working okay.
Yeah.
And that is probably the final Shenanigan image to look at. Now we're going to look at the second small ship we're going to talk about today, which is Excalibur. Excalibur comes from the abandoned underwater base at the bottom of Lake Pend Oreille in Idaho. This would have been abandoned when the unaltered left Earth to go to the moon, and when Pachuco and the Piranha get down here to get a ship to go back to the moon. So they have to enlist seaweed's help in getting down to the underwater base. And from there, well, I wanted to remark, I already did, I think, that this is Excalibur. And from that, I wanted to have more pointed than Shenanigan. But in particular, in the screenplay, I write it as it escapes the lake water, that the water falls back to the lake and it kind of looks like a sword. So I'm trying to get a ship that can exit the lake water and kind of look like this to a degree. Just to have that Excalibur tie into the lady in the lake and all that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the earlier ones, which was not god-awful, this ship size, again, a smaller one. It really is just going... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, it's really small.
Yeah. A two-seater. What happens here is just going to be Pachuco and the Piranha, and they're going to take Terran in his cube form with them back to the moon.
Yeah, but didn't you say this was supposed to be bigger than the other one?
I don't need it to be any bigger than Shenanigan, really. It really is just another two-person transport ship to me. It could be a larger one, but how large should a ship that's hiding in an underwater base be? This would be about as large as I probably need it to be.
Okay.
I was trying to get it to exit the lake vertically. At the same time, it would change up the appearance of it. I like
That
the...
would
Oh, go ahead. What, honey?
go straight up.
Yeah. And I was trying to get these engine nodules to be more like the pommel of a sword. It didn't quite work out again, of course. And then a third option, trying to get Excalibur to come out of the lake, have that hilt reference. Doesn't quite work again.
I think you would need a longer back end.
Well, it's funny you say that because here you go.
Yeah, see, because then it would come off the sides and in the middle better.
Yeah, this image finally came out the way I was trying to get it vertically to launch out of the lake water, and this just happened to be a very pretty image, I thought, overall.
Yeah, that works.
This, like I said, it works. It's an attractive view of the surrounding mountains and forest around Lake Pend Oreille. It's leaving the lake in the right angle. It's kind of looks sword-like already, so I was pretty happy with this one.
Yeah. It's good. Oh, yeah.
Now, the video took forever. I'm not going to show you the 6 or 7 failed ones, trying to get the water to cascade back down to the lake as if it looked like a sword blade for a second. But this one did turn out pretty well, and try to imagine that water for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get too full.
I like that one.
Uh-huh.
It adds music whenever it wants to, but whatever. So that's not bad for leaving the lake. I guess if I were to try to fix it, I might try to go back in and edit in Uptown and Downtown on the moon in the background there. which would have been kind of cool to do. But for the purpose of this round 1 conceptual art, it's not that important. And really the last image to show you, it's not an image, the last video is going to be from the screenplay when Excalibur leaves the lake and flies off. Seaweed is on the shore sleeping and looks up and watches it fly off. I tried to get that extended to the video, but you're going to see the failed outcome.
Okay. And it goes slower?
Yeah, it could.
Oh, wait, what's coming? What's happening?
Yeah, just chaos. Yeah.
It's
I would have
It's like
probably
it-
kept seaweed in there if I could have edited it a little bit better. It's not quite facing the right direction, but like you pointed out, what is that damn second ship just appearing out of nowhere? This is the kind of crap I curse at all day long.
it's funny.
Yeah. We laugh now, but frustrating earlier in the day.
I know, because it was good. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I liked overall the basic outlines of Shenanigans and Excalibur. Obviously, as a round 1, they're not locked in. I'll come back to it some other day, but I thought it gave us an idea of what they might look like and how it might work around so far with the other imagery.
Yeah, that's good.
But that really is about it for the imagery today.
That's good.
Well, thanks for watching along, Mama. You were a little quieter than normal, or I was talking too much over you. I apologize.
Oh, you had a lot to say. That was fine.
Any last questions for the ships on episode 8?
No.
Crap.
Good. What?
Well, I was thinking that I hadn't quite locked in my sneak peek. I usually end the episodes after we say our goodbyes with a sneak peek, and I will again. I guess I will say what I believe will be the sneak peek, which will be the Paradise Plaza as seen from street level of Uptown on the moon. So,
Why do you say it like that?
because I haven't gotten the image or the video created yet. So I'm a little bit off of my schedule today. But anyhow, if you're still watching this, I appreciate you. Again, if you can, please subscribe to help build this channel up and get that YouTube tier unlocked so I can get toward that music rights for video creation. And y'all take care.
Bye. Like and subscribe.